We're here finally. Hi, everybody. Thank you very much for your patience. We are so sorry for the technical difficulties. I appreciate your patience. Please welcome Jon Binnie, all the way from Scotland. Hi, John.
Hello, hello. Thank you for
I
waiting.
I love your sweatshirt. Do you sell those sweatshirts on your YouTube or on your site?
Thank. They're actually from a friend down in England, MJ from All to Love, this side. Um, so yeah, All to Love. She provides these amazing hoodies and T-shirts and all kinds of love paraphernalia. So
Oh,
yeah, I'd be happy to share a link to her stuff.
yeah, it's really beautiful. It's really beautiful. How are you doing? What's going on? What's new?
I finally moved house. As you could tell, as I was hunting for cables and things before we started, but yeah, it's been a big journey. Physically, we've only moved just over a street away, which is really funny. But we were we were downsizing from a six-bedroom down to a four-bedroom house, and we we were just finding that we're a family of four plus a dog, and we were just finding there's so much energy going into a mortgage and physically into a space that we weren't using. There was like at least two rooms we just never used. And, every week when you're cleaning it, filling it full of junk, that was a big thing as well. And I know from my hearing and healing and clearing work that, negative energy loves like clutter because it's very much like symbolic of the energetic side, which is, oh, just put that in a cupboard and forget about it. There's my darkness, there's my pain. I'll just hide it away. So we actually cleared away about 15 carloads of stuff. We sent that to we gave a lot to charity, and a small amount we threw away, and then about another six after we moved because we stored it all up in our garage, um, and then just gradually figured out where it'd go in the house. So it's been just over a month since we moved, and we're pretty much settled in, which is fantastic.
That is really, really amazing. It's a big step to do that, and I bet it must feel so much lighter. I know that when I moved, I got rid of a lot of stuff, and I said, I'm not packing all this stuff. And then when I got here, I'm like, I'm not going to keep all this stuff. You have to
Yeah,
move three times. Yeah, it's a process, but it's very rewarding in the end to be able to manage that energy that you that it takes your energy to hold that stuff, you know.
yeah.
Um, mhm.
Yeah, and we've moved loads in the same town in the last 20 years. This is our sixth house, and we keep just buying. We were buying bigger and bigger every time, and so our last house was definitely like our dream home. And we realized that actually there's more to life than just putting all your energy into a place that you're not using all of. Plus, we're traveling every weekend, so we just love going away in our camper and having adventures as a family. So we come back to this like huge home to clean. Um, and the housing market was like really crazy here. And so we went through quite a few offers to try and get a different houses. And when this one came up, like it was literally like it was too good to be true. It had just absolutely everything we could possibly imagine, even a huge driveway for our, I guess you call it an RV, or it has an engine, so it's like a motorhome. Even for that, and it was the only house we'd seen on the market at all in months that even had a driveway that big. So yeah, it felt like a great lesson in surrender through all the stress to just open the door to the opportunity of finding the right sized house and then just surrendering to the universe and the process of letting it happen.
Oh, how beautiful. How beautiful. And your studio space is very important to you as well. So, and this is where you do your healing. And is
Yeah,
this inside the home or is it like a,
yeah. It's my previous home had it like a separate like double garage, and then this is built into the house. It's a little bit cold, although it's actually pretty warm at the moment. I've got an ice heater next to me, but my daughter's room is just up above. So what I'm really excited about is in the end of November, I'm having a company coming in and building a soundproof room within a room. So that will just be a dream come true. Then I can like scream my lungs out, singing and playing drums, whatever I'm doing, without annoying anyone, which is really exciting. And I always do it really early. I'm always playing songs at like 5 a.m. So
Wow. Wow. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. So I I'm looking forward to that too. That sounds like such a great a thing to have, and it's like a solution. It's like wow, I can feel that, John. I can feel that. You and I have a I'm having empathy for you as well. I'm just feeling your joy there. Um, so what we'd like to do today, what everybody, John is a well, John, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about what you do and how you got to this point?
of course. And yeah, hello to everyone in the chat. I finally managed to open it. So yeah, to introduce myself, I'm Jon Binnie. I live in Scotland, and in 2017, November 2017, I went through an awakening in one of my first meditations that I'd ever done in my life. And since that day, I started meditating every day and started writing songs um, based on the lyrics that were coming through in my meditations. And over a few weeks and months, I was able to start just being more intentional, like asking my spirit guides to give me messages for song lyrics. And it took to around 900 songs, so 900 days, for me to realize that this never ends, and that perhaps I should think about expanding that gift I was learning about, the channeling side as well. And so it was beginning of last summer that I had a reading with a friend, and she said, "Oh, I have a mission from Gaia for you." I said, "Oh, great! I accept. What is it?" And she said, "Oh, it's you're going to be doing darkness clearing, healing, and loads of other things like gift activations for people." And I said, "Great. How am I going to do it?" And she said, "We can't tell you. All we can tell you is like you're going to hold out your hands like this, and you're going to send golden light, and you've got your guides with you. You've got Source as always, and Gaia is with you. So the rest is up to you." And so I started practicing with some friends, and after that experience went really well, and I started to just grow a kind of format to how I was doing it. I haven't stopped. I've been doing it at least twice a week since then, and I have a website you can see which shows a bit about the services and the different things I do. And I think I'm not sure. I'm not great at counting, but it must be around 70 sessions I've done in that time frame. And it's every session is incredible, ranging from the kind of more like energy scans and healing and aligning chakras through to soul retrievals, retrieving soul fragments from different parts of space and time, or from even going into lower levels of existence, like into hell, and also helping people with their gift activation. So yeah, it's a whole spectrum of things, often all at once in the same session.
Wow. Wow. It's amazing how all of these energies and all of these activations are opening up for so many of us. There are so many people that are beginning light language, that are connecting with ETs, that are tapping into their healing abilities. And it's really just exploding all over the world. It's really beautiful to see. And John, just hang on one second. I'm going to try to adjust. Yeah, I think that's maybe a little better. I'll sit back. Just because the way your camera was, it was hard to
Yeah,
see you when you were speaking. And I think
cool.
that everybody wants to see you, if it's okay. When you're doing your healing, I think it's important to see you a little closer. Now I could just move farther away. Um, yeah, so what we'd like to do is if somebody here on this um, broadcast would like to request a healing, how would they word something like that? Is it that what does it say? Activating your spiritual gifts. What does that entail?
So it can happen in quite a few different ways. For engaging in something like today's sessions, it's really about giving permission to be able to find out what we'll learn when we connect with your guides, and either get like direct communication from the guides, and that tends to like take us on more kind of astral travels through space and time, or I'll be directed to go into an energy scan. And then when we go through that, we tend to find out more about someone's gifts in each aspect
Oh.
of their chakras. And often they're like revealed mysteriously as you go through each one. Like you go through the crown chakra and it's like, I want to know more, tell me more. And then you finally get to the heart. It's like, yes, here's the answer.
Mhm.
And it's all about what's right for the person at that time. So your guides know, and often the soul knows exactly, what's the level of information that's required. And it feels like many times it's kind of leading you to a door where you're opening it, but it's for you to walk through it and then discover like your true gifts afterwards. So we can kind of describe what they are as a starting point, a little bit more detail than I had when I started. It's more than just holding up your hands and sharing light, but yeah, we then just work through what information we have at the time.
So the word gift, when you use it, are you using that, would that be interchangeable with abilities? Are these
Yeah,
like spiritual abilities that
yeah,
you're calling gifts, right?
that's
And
right. Yeah,
gifts could be just knowings or awarenesses or a perspective. Like if you gave me the gift of seeing that, the reason why I had such a difficult um, job for the last 20 years was for this, and I would be aware of this and why I went through that. That would also be like a gift or a healing, but it wouldn't be an ability. So it could be something like that as well, right?
yeah, it can. That's right. It can be all of the above, and often they're very much linked together, and they're like a progression. So I had a client just a couple of days ago who we were learning about their heart chakra and the aspects of fire, like how they're going to develop over time. I think you call it pyrokinesis, where they're able to influence flames over time. And it was really about learning like where all that comes from, because often as a human we look at something and go, oh cool, I can affect a candle, but actually the energy first that comes first, and the growth of the ability to develop the energy and interactions like through their human body and through their light body and through their chakras, and learning how they work for that person are really the most important things, because it's the foundations that they develop, and then the daily practice to work through them, that they can then say, yeah, I feel like I can sit down each day and start this practice now. So it's definitely about kind of opening doors for people.
Wonderful. Wonderful. All right. So I see our first, I see Jekyll. Hi, Jekyll. And Jekyll says, what are my gifts? Can I have a message from my guides?
Okay,
So we'll get
thank you.
started. Thank you, everyone.
Exciting. Okay, so and this is the first one, so we'll take just slightly longer as we set up our protection first of
And
all.
Jekyll, stand by. And if John has any questions for you or any validations, be sure you're right by your keyboard there and ready to respond.
Thank you. Okay, so let's begin by taking 3 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and breathe out the stress of the day. Breathe in through the nose and breathe out any negativity. And continue to breathe normally and deeply, extend the light cord from the center of our hearts up through the top of our heads to the sky and stars, all the way up to the highest dimension of source, and there connecting our light cord, expanding out our light, integrating with source. Remain connected with source and extend our light cords down to the stars, the sky, back down to the top of our heads and into our hearts. And allowing that source energy to fill our bodies with golden, healing, energizing, clearing light. And now extend our light cords from the center of our hearts all the way down to the root of our spine, down through the layers of the planet, going deeper and deeper until we reach the very core of Mother Earth. And there connecting our light cords into Mother Gaia, sending her so much love. Remain connected to Gaia's core and extend our light cords up to the roots of our spine and into our hearts. And with light from source above and Gaia below, we expand out around every single person individually, every soul that is watching this video right now or in the replay. Around each individual, expand out a golden light, a golden bubble, a protection, and we set the intention for this bubble that only energies and entities with our permission, highest good love and compassion, can see us or access us. And into our golden bubbles, we invite in our guides, our higher selves, Archangel Michael for protection and clearing, Archangel Raphael for healing. And through space and time, I create a bubble around Jackal and around myself and around Jean. And we set the intention that only energies and entities with our permission, highest good love and compassion, can see us or access us. And we invite in our guides, higher self, Source, Gaia, Archangel Michael, and Archangel Raphael. And there was such strong energy there just on the edges. As I'm touching, I feel like when I'm touching the edge of my bubble, there's like this electricity. And I'd ask one of Jekyll's guides to step forwards to assist with this. What messages do we have? And assistance with gift activation. So I see a Lyran guide stepping forwards. They're like a lion, humanoid form, but with a giant lion mane. And the message, the guide is saying, it is wisdom that you seek. The knowledge, you're seeking knowledge outside of you. And we want you to know that the knowledge is within you. There is a universe within you, within each of us. Our truth exists from the heart and soul and the eyes, and is spoken through the throat chakra from the voice of every being. This is your truth. So on your journey to seek your truth, it is okay to find others, to listen to others' stories, their history, their predictions. But know that just like if you were traveling around the earth, visiting different places, that you always take yourself with you. You're always there. It is you that you learn about when you experience other people's truth. And this is also your gift. You have the ability to help others go on their journeys to learn their truth. Do you see, after a period of time, after you have journeyed, you will learn how to teach others to go on their journeys, and at each interaction that they have, energetically to feel into with their hearts, their heart chakras, and to speak their truth with their throat chakras, to allow the release of their truth and their energy. And over time, you will bring such beauty in your truth for all of the souls that never had a voice, that were too afraid to speak, too afraid to share their truth. You will assist them on their journey. There is such magic and beauty ahead of you. This is all we will share. It is your turn now. It is your turn. We wish you all the best of luck with your journey. I want you to know that we are always here with you. I am walking with you with every step on your seek and pursuit of wisdom. And so it is. That was a very immediate message. I hope that resonates, Jekyll. I don't have any questions. Oh, I can't hear you, Jean.
Sorry. It said Jekyll says had some weird synchronicities with lions recently.
Wow.
And they said, so that's very intriguing. Very
Fantastic.
nice.
I love that. It's like a journey of intrigue. It very much feels like that. It's like this childlike journey through the unknown. And it's like your guide is just helping you see that it is the reflections of others' wisdom that are as they feel energetically to you. This is the intrigue that you will love and grow to love and share with others. It's that feeling of curiosity and always wanting to learn. Thank you for inviting me to assist.
Mm-hmm. And I think when you said, John, that he will learn and then teach others, it's almost like, um, in some sense, what I was getting is like the wounded healer. Like we go through a threshold, an experience in order to break open and to get to the other side so that we can empathize and put ourselves in other people's place. And I feel as though, there are people here that are just on their specific journeys and going through their awakenings so that they can help and turn around and put their hand out for the next person and help the next person up on their journey and their awakening as well.
Definitely.
That it was, yeah, that's kind of what I was feeling from it as well.
Definitely. And it's exactly how I see Eugene. Like when I used to watch you on and still do watch you on Shane and Unbiased and on the Fence, I was like, that's what I want to be like. I want to be someone that's like you're learning so bravely in public, and because you're learning in public, you're teaching, and you're teaching me. I was like, I want to do that. I want to be comfortable enough that I can sit in front of others and just share what I'm experiencing. And so we're being called so fast now to go from being student to teacher so fast, and it feels like both at the same time, especially in Jekyll's journey, but so many others as well.
Thank you for saying that. That's very sweet, John. And um, and what they're reminding me again is that they don't want us to teach and be the expert. Like they don't want me to teach everything that there is to know. They just want me to teach my experience, what I know, what I've been through. This is what they want me to teach. And this is why so many people don't go out there and say, well, I can't do this. I don't know everything, or I haven't been trained, or I haven't practiced enough. That's not what they want. They want you to go out there and share and teach others your experience and sort of like the mistakes that I've made or the wins that I've made, and teach this so that you can learn through that experience. And yeah, I think that was important to share. Thank you,
That's so beautiful.
John. Okay, so let's see who is next. We're just taking questions randomly, just so everybody knows. I'm just going to take a look here and see who I have next for John. Um, Oh, okay, I see. So Gypsy JJ, did I hit that right?
Yeah.
Gypsy JJ says, "May I have a message, Buddha Jon Binnie?"
Thank you, Gypsy JJ. I've known her for a good few years,
Oh,
um,
okay.
and yeah, thank you for asking. The nickname is very funny too. Thank you. Okay, so I would like to just making sure I'm closing off the bubble in connection with Jackal, and then focusing attention to Gypsy JJ. And I'd like to create a bubble through space and time around Gypsy JJ, Jean, and myself. And in this golden bubble, I set the intention only energies and entities with our permission, highest good love and compassion can see us or access us, exist within this space. I invite in Gypsy JJ's guides, higher self, source, Gaia, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Jean and I's guides, higher self, ancestors, and asking one of Gypsy JJ's guides to step forwards to assist with this communication. And I'm seeing they're just showing themselves to me now that they're like a relatively small humanoid, and they have green skin, and they wanted to be first shown as like a frog-like being, and there is reason for this. They sometimes worry that their energy will be come across as being aggressive, like we seem to have negative connotations with reptilian guides. I myself have a reptilian guide who is very loving, and this guide is more showing themselves more like fog-like features. I was seeing a really clear flash. I got a really clear image of their face right in front of me. Their eyes are a bit further apart, so like quite a humanoid face. And they have a message. Yes, please, channel through. We love you. We love you so much, Gypsy JJ. We are always with you on every step of your journey. And we want you to feel in this present moment, this beautiful love energy, the love of this universe, the love of source, the love of your guides, the love of all your loved ones across space and time, flowing through you now. And we're asking Jon just to send this love into your physical human heart and your light body. And we want you to feel this love because we want you to help grow your self-love. Your self-love, your love for yourself creates a reality, the universe around you. It creates every aspect of your life. Your ability to love yourself more and more, to love your darkness and your light and everything in between, to love the sparkles you see at night in the sky, to love the twinkle that you see in your own eye when you look in the mirror, to those memories, those happy memories as a child. There is so much magic in every single present moment, and we want you to know that these are reflections of your love. Every time you interact, every time you feel that magic, you grow it with your heart. I'm just doing a quick energy scan now, and we're reaching through your crown chakra, your third eye, throat chakra, coming down to your heart chakra, And we're clearing away any energies or entities that do not serve you anymore. And there are a couple for me to remove. I'm just calling forward my light sword and cutting away a couple of small attachments around the bottom of your heart chakra. They're like small worms. Taking these and returning them to Source. Archangel Michael, please return them to Source. Thank you. Never to return here again. And sending in some healing energy and love into your heart. Raising the vibrations of your heart chakra. And allowing this love energy from Source above flowing through every chakra of your body now. Every chakra aligning and clearing. And Gypsy JJ, I want you to go to nature and I want you to find that magical place. That place, you know where it is. And I want you to sit there. And I want you to call on me. My name is Freya. You can also call me Feria, Freya, Feria. You remember me as a child when you were a child, and now call me in your adult years, and I will appear in your favorite place. And together we will have the fun we've always had through your life, but in far higher concentration. We send you so much joy and love, and it's an honor to reconnect at this time in your life. And so it is. Thank you.
Thank you, Jon. So for Gypsy JJ, what I was getting in connection to Jon's reading also was that you connect to the wind, the sky, the weather, and energies. You feel emotions of the collective in the wind. You're able to transmute and bring supportive energies to assist this feeling of emotion in the collective. So you have a lot of abilities in transmuting what you feel in the collective. It's a They say to me to recommend for you to balance your sleep, your nutrition, your hydration. All of this is to support the human form that you are, so that they may work through you to transmute this energy, this emotion. So it's your responsibility to keep up your human vessel to the optimal balance, so that they would have the ability to transmute these energies through you. I thought that was amazing.
Wow, that's so beautiful. Yeah, I was so intrigued about I still am intrigued about the magical place that Gypsy JJ likes to visit. And I just saw water. To me, it was like a swamp, but I don't know if it is. I don't know if it's like by a pond or a lake. And yeah, it was like you're saying, Jean, and what you brought forward is the details incredible. And that desire for water, I feel like it's beyond just this lifetime. It's definitely part of your gift. Water's in so much of this planet.
It was fascinating, Jon. I really enjoyed that one. That was really fascinating. Wow. I would love to say hello to each and everybody here, and I don't want to not waste, but I don't want to have take any time away from Jon. We're only here for um, uh, a short time, and I want to be able to give everybody an opportunity to get their questions in. Thank you very much, Jon. Are you okay to keep moving on? Is
Yeah,
this an okay pace, I
yeah, it's
mean?
perfect.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Aw. Okay. Um, So I have Butterfly Kisses Healing here. Her name is Sue, and she says, does my guide team in the highest have a message for me through John? So she does. She is a healer. She does energy work, just to give
Fantastic.
you a little background.
Thank you. Okay. So I will call you Butterfly, if that's okay. And I would like to create a golden bubble around Butterfly, Jean, and John, and set the intention for this golden bubble through space and time that only energies and entities with our permission, highest good love and compassion, can see us or access us. And into the space I invite in our guides, higher selves, source, ancestors, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael. And I'm seeing like there's a really big guide just trying to step into the space and squeeze in. And I'm seeing these wings. They're not butterfly wings. It's it appears to me as a a unicorn, but it is like Pegasus. It has wings and it is very, very large. It's showing itself as a very large being. And it's just inviting me to place my hand onto its head as if I would on a horse. Higher and higher and higher, butterfly. You are raising higher and higher in your vibrations. We want you to feel, we want you to feel this beautiful finesse, this beautiful delicacy of the higher and higher vibrations you are experiencing in your life at this time. In particular, in your healing energy, in your healing work, we know that you are practicing, you are healing on a regular basis, but we would like you to pay attention to those very small tingles, the very sparkles of energy that you feel sometimes, and you don't quite understand what they are, but they make you very curious and they make you feel like there's more to your abilities than you realize yet. And so as you experience these, you may experience a tingle on the top of your head or on your hands. Just pause for a moment and allow that energy in your safe space, in your protected space, allow that energy to just raise up slightly. Allow it to have a voice. Allow its energy to be reflected within you for you to feel what it is. For it is these tingles that are the keys that unlock your door to your highest frequencies. And there is such power. This is why I show myself in such size, for I am such high frequency, high vibration, yet I am all powerful in my reality. I am a winged unicorn, impossible, and yet here I am. And I fly higher and higher every day. It is me that is helping you with your tingles. So seek out this magic and seek out the quietness and seek out those moments that you can reflect on these energies. And connect into them with your heart, connect into them with every aspect of your human being, and allow them to take you on your journey. The curiosity of listening and following the guidance, following the intuition. If it's a tingle on the top of your head, pause and listen to your guides, to the guides of your client. If it's on your hands, perhaps we are guiding you to touch, to feel the sensation. If you feel it in your heart, perhaps we are raising your heart to help you reflect that energy in your client. And whenever you're healing and you feel these sparkles, perhaps you would like to share them with your client. For sometimes, in a reality where there are no coincidences, these are the gateways to higher vibrations for both of you. You already know my name. Call on me when you need me. I love you always. I'm with you always. And so it is. Thank you.
That was beautiful, John. Really beautiful. And you had me very curious when you said, oh, there's this big energy here and they're wings, but they're not butterfly wings. I was like, oh my gosh, what was it? That was really, really beautiful. So Butterfly Kisses Healing says, I just saw it. Sorry, here she is. She said, I always get good bumps knowing that my team is with me and working together. Thank you, Butterfly Kisses Healing. Thank you for your question.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was really nice. Okay, so what I got for Butterfly Kisses Healing is I got the word harmony. And as I'm paying attention to John's message or the message that he's translating for you, I'm picking up these energies. And when he was talking about the tiny sparkles, they reminded me that it is important for you to focus on the small, to when you focus on these small tingly energies, not the big ones, but the small ones, and you focus on them, then it allows them to grow and open up. And they said, do not dismiss the subtle energies that invite all frequencies to come, and all are necessary for healing, the small ones and the big ones. So even if you don't get a big goosebump or a big feeling, know that the small, subtlest energies are just as important as the big vibration or goosebump kind of energies. They're all very important, and they work in tandem, and they work in harmony with each other for healing.
So beautiful. Yeah, just like the butterfly effect as well. And I've had a lot of experience. This totally resonates with me this week when I've been playing very quiet songs and not trying to wake up my daughter. And one way I do it is I use my electric guitar, which makes almost no sound in the room, and I just wear headphones. And today I started for the first time. I was using my Labradorite on my electric guitar. I was like using the obsidian in my right hand and left hand Labradorite, and I was astounded at how the crystals sound when they touch a guitar string. It's like this whole array of very like small, very subtle tingling sounds that overlay on top of what you'd usually hear a guitar note sounding like. And I was like, why have I never done this before? Why don't I see more people doing this? And it was just showing me those tiny nuances, the power of the slight difference in tone. And yeah, I thought that was such a beautiful message from such a giant guide to come in and say, just focus on the tiny little pieces of magic, these little sparkles. And yeah, they're as powerful, if not many times more powerful than the larger, clumsier energies.
Mhm. Right, right. And I think that's important for all of us to remember as well. Um, it's it was a neat message. So thank you for your question, Butterfly Kisses Healing.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you guys for being here. Let me just go up so Butterfly Kisses Healing said yes. I agree, Jean. Good that the smaller, maybe not so loud ones are just as important and work in harmony with the big ones. They're almost like being supportive to the big ones. I don't know, but it's something to investigate for sure. So I have Viviani. Viviani is here. Thanks for your question, Viviani. She said, I would like to know my spiritual gifts, please. And may I have a message? Very good. Thank you, Viviani. And Viviani is a very special member of the community. She is a moderator extraordinaire and really puts in a lot of time, effort, energy to all of our channels here at in the community. And she comes over to Shane's channel and moderates over there as well. She's just over the top and very much appreciated. So thank
Fantastic.
you for your
Thank
question,
you.
Viviani.
Thank you. And so, through space and time, I create a bubble around Jean, John, and Viviani. We create this golden bubble, setting the intention that only energies and entities with our permission, highest good love and compassion, can see us or access us. We invite in our guides, higher self, source, Gaia, our ancestors, Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael. And there are three guides stepping forwards. They are mantis guides. And they're one of them is talking to me and I don't quite understand it yet. And I think it's doing it on purpose. It's like just showing, it's showing that its voice, its language in its native tongue without any attempt for it to translate, to be able to talk to me. And it's now showing me, so the mantis now is showing me, it starts to introduce some words in between its own language. And it's starting to speak a light language to me. Okay, it's asking me to translate. The translation is describing the translation activity. That when we connect with other energies, we are always translating. We are always facilitating. We are always reflecting. We are giving energy and we are receiving energy. And in the giving and receiving, there is always a change in the energy itself. When we receive a perception, an intention, an energy. And when we give, when we respond back, whether it's spoken, whether it's with our energy, or our intentions, or all of these, or our emotions, we also affect each other. And you have had many lifetimes being this facilitator, being this moderator, as you have been moderating in this life. And so we would like to teach you more about the mantis ability. I described to you this interaction of giving and receiving, and we are always familiar with this. And the gift of the mantis is to be able to see slightly into the future and to set the intention to help the person that you're communicating with, the being that you're communicating with, to help it understand a potential future state and how that feels. So when you give, when you speak, when you send your energy, when you're typing, when you're sharing any of your thoughts or emotions, you can open up your heart nice and wide, and you can set the intention in your communication that the recipient is to feel what you feel when they receive this gift of your energy. Imagine this. Imagine you want to stop a war You placed a feeling of peace in your message. That beautiful, humbling, harmonizing feeling of love and peace. Encode it, wrap it in your message, like love wrapped around a letter and passed to the recipient. And when they receive your energy, they will feel this message. They will feel it. Help them feel it. Help them feel it. This is the start of some of your gifts. We are always here with you. There are 3 of us in your team at this time, and we are all here together to assist. My name is Anatarakas, Anatarakas, Anatarakas. Call on me. And so it is. Thank you.
Wow, that's beautiful. That's really, really beautiful. Anatericus. Wow. Look up that one. So I was struck by the native language that they came through with first, and that there was 3 of them. It feels as though they work as a collective, and it almost reminded me of you working in a team as well. Like, you have this team mentality, and they have like a team presence as well. I also felt as though you stand witness, and in these, you're not only moderating the chat, but you're also absorbing, receiving all the gifts and messages, and witnessing all the gifts and messages that others um, that we give and share for others. You also benefit from these. It raises your vibration, and you are able to hold space for others. And it's like standing guard or standing witness for all of us here that are doing this important awakening type of work, and elevating our frequency and our vibration. So you're standing guard, you're standing witness, yet you are not a bystander, you're included, and your energy raising the vibration. You're also receiving the gifts and the benefits of listening to these messages. I thought it was really beautiful. And then
Wow.
when you said peace, I really felt that was very strong. For you, keep peace. Being a moderator is keeping peace, but um, in such a beautiful way, in such a angelic way, like almost like watching over, like a guardian kind of a way. And you help us to feel safe and secure, that we can open up and just allow these messages to come through. And knowing that you're there means so much to all of us. It really, really does. So you do beautiful work, and I thought that was a beautiful message, John. And I hope that my message tagged along pretty well.
It's fantastic. Yeah, I love the that mantis energy, that ability to bring so many galactic races together. And I didn't know until right now, like, how do they do it? How is it possible, and how is it possible for Viviana? And it's like, because you do it through the feelings, because all beings feel. And when I was hearing like peace isn't it's not like an action, it's a feeling. And when you give that gift of peace to someone to experience it, they will, almost every being will seek it, will seek it out again and want to live in that space. It's truly beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, Viviani. She says she's grateful. Thank you, everybody. How nice. Wow. I'm glad that I was able to be of service to Viviani in just some small way, as she is in such great service to all of us. And we really appreciate her, and all of the moderators that are here regularly. I really appreciate everybody.
Thank
Um,
you.
yeah. Uh, Okay, so let me see what we have next. Let me just give me a minute, and just want to give a sweet shout out to my co-psychic Terry Suzuki. Hi, Terry. She says she woke up late this morning to all the way out on the West Coast. John's in Scotland, so I had to get him before dinner, and you guys on the Pacific side, I had to get you guys. So we wanted to make sure we came so that everybody could see us. We knew it was early for y'all. Okay, so I'm just looking and seeing if there is another question. And I know you guys pop things in at the last minute. And caps are appreciated, everybody. So I don't just swing by you. It's hard to see, especially because I'm not have my glasses on. So I'm just kind of skimming over them. I know I saw a couple as soon as I got Viviani, a couple of you were popping in questions. So I'm just trying to get back to that point here. Okay, there's Viviani. Okay. We want to give, if you had a message from John before, we want to just try and give others an opportunity. So that's if you have a question there. So what I see Epiphany. Epiphany Noel is here. And she said, I'd love to have some energy healing. So she's looking for the healing aspect, which is a little different, a different aspect of John's healing. So thank you, Epiphany, for your question.
Thank you, Epiphany. Okay, so let us create bubble through space and time around Epiphany, myself and Jean. We set the intention for this golden bubble of light that all the energies and entities with our permission, highest good love and compassion can see us or access us. And into this safe space, I invite in our guides, higher self, our ancestors, Source, Gaia, Archangel Raphael, and Archangel Michael. And I ask that Epiphany's guides step forwards to assist with this healing at this time. And I see a few of your guides standing around you now. They are standing with their hands, okay, in a shape around your human form. And they're sending in energy. I see red and some yellow and some orange. And they are helping balance your energy. And I bring down from the highest dimension of source above a column of healing golden light, setting the intention to heal, to clear, to energize, and bring it down now to just above Epiphany's head, the crown chakra, coming down to the crown chakra, and just clearing out. I'm seeing like two, they look a bit like rods that are coming straight into your head, into your crown chakra, about 1 foot long. I'm just taking my sword to gently remove these. These do not serve your highest purpose. So removing these, handing to Archangel Michael to return to source. Thank you. And sending in healing. They were causing some blockages with your communication. down through the third eye, sending in some healing energy. In the throat chakra, helping the throat chakra widen and express your truth, express your emotions to release. And I'm seeing like hearts, little hearts flowing out of your heart chakra. This energy flowing up now, flowing up through your chakras. And your heart chakra looks quite large, and then it's the other chakras and the energy flowing through them are quite narrow. And so I'm encouraging the other chakras to heal, to widen, to grow. And down to the heart chakra. I feel there are some chords within this lifetime and in past lifetimes that do not serve your highest good, that you have still these chords connected to those that you have left in your lifetime and previous lifetimes. And it's like you're just hanging on to them. Part of you still hangs on, and you're ignoring it. You're saying you're healed and that you're over those relationships. There's about 5 chords, at least 2 to 3 from this lifetime. But the souls that they connect to have been through many lifetimes with you. And so I'm taking my sword now and cutting these one at a time. You are ready for these to be removed. I see the cords as dark, like rods into your heart chakra. It's collecting these now. Archangel Michael, please allow these cords to dissipate and to no longer reconnect with Epiphany. Please return them to Source and return them to the sender. The sender wishes for them to be with them. Thank you. And Archangel Raphael to assist with this healing. I'm just seeing your heart chakra is like shrinking back to its normal size, like it was overcompensating and growing too big, oversized, and it's now just returning to its natural size. And your other chakras as well. And just sending that healing down to the other chakras. Solar plexus, sacral root chakra. And I'm also just sending in a protective layer of energy around you. And it's touching the hands of your guides who are very much with you at this time. And they're asking for you to be specific with your asks for help of them. Ask them very specifically what you need from them. For example, if you want assistance with a relationship with a family member, give the name to your guides and say, please assist me with my relationship with, or my feelings of perhaps anger or frustration with this loved one. And then listen quietly, very, very quietly, such as in meditation or when you're in nature. I'd like to allow this healing to continue to take place and this protection to be there for as long as Epiphany wishes it to be there. And so it is. I hope this helps, Epiphany.
Thank you, Jon. That was really beautiful. Oof. Yeah.
It's a lot to do in just a few minutes.
Epiphany is a light worker, and she does do light language on her Facebook channel as well. So she's a healer, and she is a card reader and is a very high vibrational soul. And I did get that your heart chakra was very big and very open. And as John was saying that, I was concurring that I felt as though you love the world, you love the earth, you love the universe, you have the love to, you have the capacity to love the entire galaxy. But and with this, it's important in your human form to balance this with other chakras, as John was saying. That I actually did a reading last night that somebody was activating their crown chakra. And they said that if you only activate one, like you have such a big heart, you have your heart chakra is so open that your heart chakra only has the capacity of 50% of its potential because you only have one activated. However, in our human form, it's important to balance all of them so that this may be a little bit smaller, but it'll enable the balance through all of your chakras. And what that will do is enable your heart chakra to work at 100%, not 50%, because your heart chakra is towing the line for your other chakras. So if you work on balancing your chakras, and this is in our human form, this is our soul, you're doing your soul work. Your soul work is all heart. But in our human form, it's very important for us to balance. And this, they often call it grounding as well, like balance all of our chakras so that all of our chakras can work at 100% capacity and not allow just one to toe the line for the rest of them. Um, and so there was also, they wanted you to practice boundaries with your heart chakra. And that these chords that John was picking up on, he said there was two or three from this lifetime, and those are the two or three that I was focusing on. And what I was feeling is that intellectually, you have overcome and understood why this relationship with this family member or somebody just fizzled out and doesn't work anymore. Like you understand it and you're over it, like here, but there's still an energetic kind of a tug on you. There's still a connection there for you. And they're saying that it's more of like a thought form. It's more of like an energy, an energetic thing there that you may, it's your analytical mind cannot pick up, not cannot, but doesn't, it doesn't clear away that energetic cord. So what John was doing with Archangel Michael was the energy of these chords. He was giving this over. And they also suggested to me that you use vibration, whatever type of vibration. And they're saying like a drum or any type of sound healing is very good to dissipate this energetic sort of thought form that is stuck in that cord. To break up that connection with energy, with vibration, even like you know, what are these tuning forks or something? Whatever type of energy, like a drum, tuning fork, some sort of a vibration to break up those two or three connections that you've already reconciled logically, but you may not have reconciled energetically, to get those actually removed out of you so that you can do your work in a more pure, coming from a more pure space, if that makes sense.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah, so good. Whew. So thank you, Epiphany. Thank you for everything that you do and for being a healer and a messenger. So grateful to you both for the guidance. Good, good. You're
Thank you.
welcome. You're welcome. Thank you, Epiphany. Thanks for being here. And I see that Liz T is here. Oops, sorry. Liz T, I was trying to unstar that. That's hard. So Liz T says she would like some insight or a healing. She's just been feeling deeply sad recently. So she wants perhaps maybe some healing with insight for
Thank
Liz
you.
T. That's a beautiful icon, Liz. Oof,
Yeah, that's beautiful.
that's healing.
Yeah, just looking at that energy. And I'd like to create a golden bubble around Liz, Jean, and myself through space and time. We set the intention on the energies and entities with our permission, highest good love and compassion can see us or access us. I invite in our guides, higher self, source, Gaia, our ancestors, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, We set the intention for healing. Any messages that Liz needs at this time. Archangel Michael is just stepping forwards, and he's just saying this is unfinished business. And so he wants to do some work first of all. And he's directing me to your human form. And now I'm bringing down a column of source light from the highest dimension above, setting intention to clear and heal. Archangel Michael is just, he's like igniting his sword. He has a light sword and he's just setting it on fire to prepare it. And I'm bringing the light down to the crown chakra. In the crown chakra, I'm seeing like flashes. It's almost like a movie. I'm seeing like flashes of images constantly being shown, and there's kind of some chaos and some anxiety to that experience. And we're going to learn a bit more about that as we come down the third eye. Okay, and the third eye is like manifesting these to be real, to feel real in different dimensions. There's some blockage in the throat chakra and to the heart. So coming down from the throat chakra and into the heart chakra, there's like this, there's an attachment to an entity, and it is dark, and it is straight, and it is thin, stopping just into the solar plexus, to the throat. And it feels like you've been trying to get rid of this. You've been trying to work to lift your vibrations. And this entity, sometimes it sleeps, and so you're able to raise your vibrations, and other times it's active. And when it's active, like, it is just a miserable experience. I can see it, like it uncoils itself within you, and it's just like dragging you down. I see it like pulling you down. Like it has little claws and it's just pulling down constantly. And Archangel Michael is saying, you have no right to be here. You were told to leave. This is against Liz's free will. I took you away and you returned. And I've never seen Archangel Michael like this. But he's stepping back. He wants me to start. And so, taking my light sword now and just gently removing this entity from the throat chakra all the way down across the front of the heart chakra, and then back up. And where it has some claws either side around like the high heart chakra, I'm just taking those out. And Archangel Michael is just moving over to the left. And so he's taking this entity and, yes, please return it to source. And it is gone. And now, with Archangel Raphael's help and with Liz's guides and my guides, we now heal this affected area through the solar plexus, through the heart chakra, up through the throat chakra. Healing, we're closing back any open wounds, allowing the chakras to rejoin in their natural form, and allowing the energy from above, from the crown chakra and down from the third eye, to connect back and reconnect with all the chakras to be experienced in every aspect of you. May they all be aligned, all as one being, and allow this source energy to flow once more. Allow your vibrations to rise at your own free will and release you from this sadness. I'd like to leave this healing energy from source with you for as long as you require, and the protection of your guides, of Archangel Michael, with you for as long as you require it, as long as you wish it. And so it is. Wow. I hope that helps.
That was really beautiful, John. Wow. That was really beautiful. So what I was getting in the very beginning as John was getting prepared, I was feeling that there was some sort of a nutritional imbalance that you may want to look into. Be sure that you are getting enough hydration, getting enough sleep. Remove sugar from your diet because that is a depressive. It's almost like a sugar high, and then you drop. So if you have these sensitivities and you want to make sure that you remove any artificial sugar from your diet. Make sure there's no artificial ingredients like blue dye or these type of things can also affect our emotions and our energy levels, which affects our emotions. Um, and they also suggested that you may be just picking up on a collective energy. So you may be an empath and you want to practice creating boundaries that you only accept, or that you'll only agree to feel your own feelings, for this day, and try it that way and see if you can maybe separate the collective type of energy that you may be picking up on that may be weighing you down. I say this because I often feel the collective energy and I have to snap myself out of it. And then as John was ending with after the removal of this energy that was pulling you down, I was hearing that the guys were suggesting that you sing your favorite song, and who better to recommend this but John, and sing it over and over and over again, like whatever it is, even if it's "You Are My Sunshine," whatever it is, even if it's "Happy Birthday," but just sing it over and exercise and feel like an uplifting song. I want to I want to see you be brave by there's a woman who sings this song. It's very uplifting, and she sings at the top of her lungs and really just emotes such a strong positive feeling that she sings. So find something like this and sing this out loud and exercise these energies and heal these energies through that action as well.
That's so beautiful. Thank
That's
you,
what I
Liz.
got. Yeah. Whew. Thank you, Liz. And, it's a good question for all of us. A lot of us are picking up on these energies as well. So it's just good information to learn about.
Definitely.
Aw.
I love that favorite song idea of this little light mine. Oh, that's incredible. But yeah, it's like it's protected. Like once it becomes your favorite song, it's like divinely protected, and its energy, whenever you call on it, whenever you summon it, it comes back into you, and it takes you out of wherever you were. Just for seconds is all it takes, milliseconds, and suddenly it snaps you back in. And like you're saying, Gene, about the collective, yeah, sometimes I'm just like, I'm really stressed about something, and then I'm like, what am I stressed about again? And then sometimes I do often default to just singing. I'll just like, I don't know, and I'll sing a bit, and it's like nothing really, and and then you realize that it's what's going on around you that is like trying to draw you in, and yeah, it's fantastic to sing your way back to happiness.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I love that John's guides and my guides are working together and to present a united front. And I think that throughout this entire show, there was a underlying message of taking care of ourselves, to be responsible for the human vessel that our souls are residing in, and understanding the energetic healing capacity that we all have, and the responsibility we have to make sure that this human vessel is prepared to do the healing and to be healed. I think that it's really, I mean, it just keeps coming up for me over and over again, especially for me too. I'm getting these messages because they want me to hear it. They want
Yeah,
me to sing my song. They want me to decipher what is somebody else's energy and what is my own energy. It's not just anybody here asking your questions, it's all of us. And I think that it's really important. And thank you so much, everybody, for opening up and asking your questions and being a way to help teach and help others who watch and listen to this show later on as well. I just think it's such a community effort. It's so beautiful. I love each and every one of you here. I am so grateful that you are here. I'm so grateful to all of you who asked your questions. And Jon, I am so grateful to your high vibrational uh, um, capacity to connect with the guides and to translate these messages. So very beautiful to watch and inspiring. It's your journey is just beautiful. You're evolving and growing and refining. It's just really, really beautiful. Your gifts are very much appreciated.
thank you so much. And likewise, Jean, like you're every time I meet you, like you're just like you're on fire more and more every time. And like that the detail that you get to now is truly astounding. And yeah, I just want to thank you again for inviting me along and to everyone in the chat for joining in.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And with practice, it makes us, better each and every time. So we'd like to have Jon back again, and we'd like to make sure everybody goes to Jon. This is just a here. This is just a small taste of what the energy sessions or the healing sessions that Jon does provide. If you would like to get a private reading or a private session with Jon, please do go to his website, which is jonbinnie.com, and there's information there about sessions and more. I just, yeah, it's really a beautiful service that you offer, and also go to his YouTube channel as well, which is Jon Binnie on YouTube as well, right?
That's right, that's me. Yeah, yeah, new song every day.
A new song every day, and it's guided from spirit. Spirit gives him the messages and the melody to sing these messages. It's so, and it's from like a pure love source, so pure source love that comes through him. It's very magical and very healing.
Thank you. Yeah, that's right. It's a
Yeah.
blessing to share.
Well, great. All right. Well, thank you very much, everybody. We're going to say goodbye for now, and we'll have Jon come back. I'll let you know when he's coming. And we thank you, everybody, for being here, and have a wonderful Saturday. See you
Thank you, everyone.
soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, everybody.